Maraming nagsasabing scam ang Axie because of the earnings potential and how it's talagang, kumbaga, blowing up right now, trending right now. Totoo ba yun?
At 1,000, if you earn 1,000 SLP a week, times 20, 20,000 a week.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening kung nasan man kayong panig ng mundo. Ito po ang Ka-Asenso with Gerard and Mitch. Ako po si Gerard de la Peña.
Ako po si Michelle Orosa-Ople and of course ito yung mga kwentong ika-asenso, ikasasaya at ikagaganda ng mga buhay nating lahat.
At ikatataba ng ating brain cells. Partner, nako, kung makikita nyo naman mga Ka-Asenso, ang isa sa pinakamabentang video dito sa aming YouTube channel ay syempre, may kinalaman sa Axie. So, oo. Tapos 'di ba ang dami nating nakuhang questions particularly on how to be a scholar dito sa Axie Infinity. So dahil diyan, meron tayong makakausap na makapagbigay sa atin ng impormasyon kung paano tayo maging scholars, 'di ba?
Oo, 'di ba? So kung isa-search niyo 'yan, nako, sana matulungan namin kayo dito sa episode na to. And of course, if you will find really good information here, ayan, please like, share, and subscribe. Nako, napakabigatin ng ating guest ngayon.
Uy, idol ko yan, partner.
Oo,
idol ko
idol
yan.
namin itong dalawa. Siya ang founder and owner ng WhenInManila.com lang naman.
Ay, mahina.
Malalaki, talagang malaking vlogs dito sa Pilipinas. And When in Manila spun off to a gaming niche called WIM Plays. Makakausap natin ngayon para pag-usapan kung paano maging scholar ng Axie Infinity. Specifically, scholar nila. Kasi meron na rin silang sarili nila ng mga Axies na pinapahiram sa mga scholars. Nako, hindi lang siya ang may-ari ng one of the biggest blogs here in the Philippines, pero isa rin siya sa mga top 100 players globally sa recent Axie official tournament. Walang
so legit ito, partner. Legit.
Super legit. At starstruck kami dito ni GDP. Over the past several episodes, partner, starstruck na starstruck tayo.
Oo nga eh.
Oo.
Nanganga na lang tayo.
Ano lang, Please welcome on Ka-Asenso with Gerard and Mitch. Walang iba, kundi si Vince Golangco. Alright, welcome to Ka-Asenso, Vince. What an honor to have you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
We are fans. We are your fans.
I'm a fan of your program as well. And your whole network, the whole that thing.
Yeah. Ayun, so ito, we just want to ask first. Of course, we know you as Mr. When in Manila. Pero paano ka napasok sa Axie Infinity? How did you get into this whole new universe?
Well, actually, we started. I'm a big geek. In fact, I have a board game store called Gaming Library. We have stores at the malls because I'm such a geek like that. I love video games, and so it's just something. It's part of passions in life where if you can do something you enjoy and earn from it, then why not? So as When in Manila grew, as I was looking for other things to do, other entrepreneurial ventures, gaming was always at the back of my gaming was always around. And especially when I started seeing, oh my God, how much gamers make nowadays.
Right.
I got invited. We already started slowly venturing into gaming, and then I got invited to a gamers party, like where all these big signed gamers. Oh my God, and they were all young. So I'm really old compared to them. They were all, a bunch of them were teens, early 20s, and there were cars outside that here in the Philippines, like Mustangs, Camaros, sports. I'm like, really? And you know, I was dead broke at that age, and it's just like gaming. So, and then as I looked into it, gaming is huge because so many people love games. And with games, it's sort of, for content creators, it's kind of difficult for you to have to create content every day, every week. Even a radio program, once a week pa lang. I'm sure there are weeks na, ang hirap, I don't know who to invite, I don't know what to talk about this week. Gaming, automatic, the content's there, you just play it. So it's in a way, in that aspect, a bit easier as far as content creation. Of course, there are harder parts of it. So so yeah, so I just loved gaming and saw that there was, other than loving it, saw that there was potential. So I don't have to feel bad if I play, 10 hours a day because I might earn money from that. So why not? Diba? If you love something, why not do it and maybe earn from it?
Awesome.
As a gamer, Vince, ano yung mga paborito mong games and why?
Oh my God, so many. I love open world RPGs. I love the Batman PS4 series. I love the sports games, Madden. I'm from the US, so I love playing the football game. Horizon Zero Dawn is one of my favorite games. So a lot of games I really enjoy.
Awesome. How did you get into this Axie Infinity, which is now actually super trending na topic ngayon? But again, it looks so, well, number one, expensive, but also a bit complicated. How did you get into that particular game?
A friend of mine got hired as the first, we think one of the first Axie streamers in the Philippines, if not the first one of Sheila Snow. And I saw how much attention it was getting because she was in fact, if you go to Facebook gaming now, there's so many streamers, but she was the first as far as I know. And it was, I was watching, the game looked fun for me. At the same time, there were so many people watching, there were so many questions, and then with the whole earning from it thing, and then I had a friend as well who has been doing the game for since I think the game pretty much launched. The game is roughly 2+ years old. And I have a friend who has been in it for a while, from Axie Academy. In fact, he has close to 200 scholars. I am nowhere near that. So when he actually also reached out, he's like, "Hey man, you know Sheila, right? She's what I see her streaming now. So maybe we can collab." And when I talked to him, he gave me advice and all that. So I think it was just in the beginning, it was a small industry and things just connected.
And it exploded. Like, it's a huge community now. My goodness.
Oh my God, it exploded so much.
Right. So how did you get into getting scholars, developing scholars? Yeah.
It seems to be a normal progression for Axie users, Axie players.
Right.
Because one thing what you earn from playing the game is it's an in-game item. It's called SLP, Small Love Potion, Smooth Love Potion now. And it's what you use to breed Axies.
Right.
And because each Axie is really expensive nowadays, a really crappy Axie is around $300 US, so 15,000 pesos. That's a bad one. You can't even do anything with it. So it's really bad. A decent, pwede na, it seems roughly starting at 500 USD. An okay one seems to be starting mga 800, and then the good ones seem to be starting at 1,000 roughly. So
that's like 30 to 50 easy.
So instead of buying for that much, you could play with Axie you have, earn SLP, and you could breed. And then as you get into the program, as you get more SLP, you have more and more Axies in your inventory, but you can only play with one team. It's one of the rules. One player, because they don't want farming. They don't want people to have bought farms where you're playing 50 accounts and it ruins the economy of the game, ruins the industry. So there's a rule where if they catch you, your account's banned. So even though you have 1,000,000 or 100 Axies, you can only use 3. You can only use one team. One team has 3. So that's where eventually, sayang, you have all these Axies walang ginagawa. So now, I don't know, when I came in, there was already scholarships available. I don't know if someone from the community came up with the concept. I'm not sure if it was from the developers, but pretty much you can lend your Axies to someone. Here in Manila, they'll borrow it, and you have a profit split. So from the SLPs that he or she earns, they will get anywhere, I'm seeing from there's 50-50 to 60-40 to, so far the highest I've seen is 70-30, where the scholar gets 70%, and then the owner, the manager, whatever you want to call it, gets 30%.
Wow, that's not bad, right?
No, not bad at all, because supposedly at least our requirement is 150 SLP per day. You can get more, but minimum is 150 times let's just say 7 days, that's 1,050. Sabihin natin 1,000. Let's say you get 1,000 SLP in a week. A few months ago, SLP was really low. 6 pesos, 1 SLP roughly. Sabihin natin 6 pesos. So 1,000 times, 1,000 times 6 pesos, 6,000 pesos in a week. That was why it was really low. So 6,000 pesos a week times 4, 6, 12, 18, 24, 24,000. That's higher than minimum wage.
Grabe.
That was months ago. SLP each, it's like the stock market. It's like if a lot of people are buying, it goes up or down. Umabot ng 20 pesos isa.
Grabe.
At 1,000, if you earn 1,000 SLP a week times 20, 20,000 a week. Now they get 70% of that. So sabihin natin 70% yung nakuha nila, yung scholarship nila. So that's times 0.7, 40,000 a week.
Not bad.
If I'm not mistaken, call centers for working overtime and working all month long, stressful hours, arguing with customers on the phone. I heard they starting pay is like 15, 18. So this one, and this one you don't have to play 8 hours a day. You play 2 to 4 hours. When your Axies level up now, 1 to 2 hours na lang. And it only takes you 2 to 4 weeks to level up your Axie to the point where you only need to play 1 to 2 hours a day.
Grabe.
Ngayon, magkano na yung SLP ngayon as we speak?
As we speak, this morning, I think it was at 17 or so the SLP.
2 digits. Grabe, double digit. Gerard, magsa-scholar na yan mamaya pagkatapos nito.
SLP to PHP, it is 14 pesos, 14.16 right now.
Oh my goodness. Grabe.
If you earn 1,000,
okay.
14.16, you earn 14,160. Times 0.7, 9,900 for your share.
That's not bad. That's huge.
So if you do that for 4 weeks, you earn close to 40K 1 month.
Na-resign na. Maraming na-resign. Tell us about, is it WIM Plays, the avenue or the venue that you get scholars on board? Yeah. Could you tell us more about that one?
So when in WIM Plays, it's just WIM is short for When in Manila. WIMmanila.com is where as far as I know, we're the biggest blog in the Philippines. Next to Unbox pala, we're the second. As far as I know, we're the biggest. And then, so we were trying to expand, and so we came up with different, because we found out that sometimes if you have too much content on just one page, people get mad. Like sometimes we post entertainment content. So this happened to Chris Aquino. People get mad if they don't follow. Like, why are you posting this? But then there's the people who love it. So then we started just coming up with niche pages, is what we call it. It's business-wise, it's also great because now we have our specific advertisers who say, I want a feature on your main site, but then for the audience who really loves it, can you feature me more? So it worked out really well. So that's where WIM Plays came in. So that's our gaming channel.
Right.
Okay.
And then, paano yung sa scholars? Where do they go when they want to apply to you?
To us specifically, we reward people who are very active on our Discord page and on our Facebook page. So we prioritize them. It's not guaranteed, but we try to prioritize people who are very active in the community because they're always supporting. When we stream, they're there, they're commenting, they're sharing. So we try to give back to them as well. So it's facebook.com/WIM Plays. That is our page where we stream. And usually we have some scholarship giveaways, or we specifically pick scholars. They'll be on that page. So if you're very active there are links there as well that go to our Discord, that go to our other social media. That's usually how we get scholars.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay. How many Axies do you guys have? Like, if kung fleet yung pag-uusapan, like, how many?
Actually, I'm fairly new as far as scholarships because, there was a crash in the system last 2 weeks. So I just started getting scholars then, and then I had to stop. But I roughly only have about double-digit scholars right now. So I had to stop muna because also the system crashed. It was okay today, but now there's glitches again tonight. The system crashed, everything's safe, your money's safe.
Right,
But
right.
their servers couldn't handle because the user base went up times 1,000%. Supposedly, that's what they say, in
Actually,
the past couple of weeks.
after nito, dadami na naman yan. Ito na naman, isa na namang video.
Wag nyo na release kasi nahirapan ko na.
No.
kung kunyari makuha akong scholar, kunyari ako lang, ano yung technical requirements? Ano yung dapat meron ako?
Oh, it's very basic. I don't have the specifics of technical requirements, but you can just go to the Axie page, axieinfinity.com. As long as you can download the game, and as far as I know, you can play on your phone and on your computer. It's a simple game. It's a card game, so it's not very heavy on graphics and all that. I don't know the specifics, but I haven't heard of anyone with problems.
Okay.
As far as I know, it plays on Android, it plays on Apple, and then on computers as well.
Okay.
So you go to axieinfinity.com, download the game, and then what else do you need to become a scholar?
So once you have the game, now you need to find a manager who will give you the Axies. Because each Axie, as I said, is anywhere from $300 to $1,000 or more dollars. So now you need to find a manager. That's the major part.
And then finding a manager, let's take it step by step.
So that's the tricky part because every manager, every Axie owner has a different program of how they pick their scholars.
Okay.
So like for us, we prioritize people who support our channel. A lot of them do that too. But at the same time, we also have a partnership with Axie Academy. My friend who I said that has over close to 200 scholars already. So he gives me some extra scholarships to give out to our viewers as well. So that's where we pick some for our own, and then we have some extra we also send his way because he gets more every week than me. So it's different for everyone. So now you just need to find their hashtags, Axie Scholar, Axie Infinity Scholarship. There's so many. If you just look into the Axie, there are streamers on Twitch, there are people on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, etc. And you just find who's looking for scholars. Unfortunately, there's no one place yet. It's not like a school you apply to. You have to find them.
Sige, so let's talk about si WIM Plays. What exactly does a person have to do to qualify? I mean, you said that they have to be active, but what exactly are you guys looking for the scholars that you take under your wing?
There's two. Well, right now, what I'm doing, again, because I said there's a lot of scholarships now where it's a 50-50 split. Right. The most common now is 60-40. We're keeping it, we have two. We have a 60-40 and a 70-30.
Wow.
70-30 are for people who can also stream. So if you're a streamer willing to stream, and we only ask that you stream 3 times a week, 1 hour each, so 3 hours. You're playing naman, just stream it. So if you already have the equipment to stream, we post every now and then looking for one more streamer. I just ask for them to send me their streaming page. I just check them out if they're happy, positive, if they're a nice person on camera to represent us as a partner. Then that's one we get. Okay, so just scholars in general, there are certain rules that are not mine. They are Axie rules to get qualified. So one of the rules is you have to be over 18. That's not my rule. So these every rule I'm discussing right now are Axie Infinity rules. So I don't care how old you are, but Axie. And the problem is if they find out, they can ban the account. And if they ban the account, that means the Axies I spent maybe 3,000 USD on, you can't use them. They ban anywhere. I haven't been banned, but from what I hear, 3 months all the way to forever.
Oh wow!
Like the 3 months I can't earn, so it's a big issue.
Yeah.
And there was a banning spree, I think about a month and a half ago, where a bunch of people got banned. So these are some of the rules. One is you have to be 18. Second is, well, there's a lot more, but these are the ones I emphasize. You can only have 1 account per device. I mentioned that earlier. So some people, they want to get paid more because let's say you get 10K a day. I mean a month, a week. If you have 2 accounts, 20K. But they have ways to catch. We're not sure how, but they have ways where they check the IP addresses, etc.
Yeah.
If you have multiple accounts, they will ban all your accounts.
Right.
Okay.
So 1 player, 1 account. 1 device, 1 account. That's the rule. So if you play and your brother plays, don't use the same device.
Okay.
So you can't share accounts. You can't have someone pilot your account, meaning it's my account, but busy ako today, I can't play. Palaro na lang para ano. I mean, if they don't catch you, great one day, but it's not worth the risk.
Right.
Diba? So they say don't change these are little things. Some say it's okay, some say it's not, but you're not supposed to use a VPN. So para the IP address isn't different. Some say it's okay. They say don't change the time of your devices because if they see iba-ibang time, they might think it's being used different places, etc.
Right.
I think those are the main things.
Okay. Later, we'll go into one of the questions that we will ask. Will be on that, kung bakit may mga ganyang klaseng rule. Pero just on your experience, siguro, you've given us some requirements to qualify, and then we're going into deep into that topic. So, what are the ways so that you could? Oh, that's so cute! So cute. Peanut, what are the effective
Peanut
ways?
is my first Axie.
Yeah. A real Axie. I love it. I have 4 of them here. I wish I could sponsor for those cats. But paano maging effective na scholar? Like, is there such a thing as an effective scholar? And really, kumbaga, just at least.
As far as I know, it's just follow the rules, don't get in trouble, and then each manager has their minimum SLP requirement per day or per week. As long as you're hitting that, yun na. Okay na. So as long as you're doing your minimum SLP,
right.
That's pretty much it. They will not fire you or whatever.
So you've also already answered paano kumita bilang scholar. Sorry, I'll go a bit lang on the... You gave requirements for 70-30, meaning they have to be able to stream. Is there a requirement for your 60-40?
So for the 60-40s, they don't need to stream.
Okay, no need to stream.
Yun lang. That's the only difference.
They just go and apply to be your scholars.
Yes.
Partner, may tanong ka pa before I go into some controversial questions?
Actually, gusto ko na yung controversial question eh. Ito narinig ko lang. May mga naban raw.
I did not have an affair with that sorry. I thought we were talking about something else.
Ito, may mga naban daw. Could you please give light as to what happened and anong implication nandun sa mga maglalaro or naglalaro na ngayon?
I wasn't banned and I don't know anyone personally who got banned. But not personally, but from my friends at Axie Academy, he did show me. And there are managers now have some resources, like there are manager groups where we share info of like who's our scholars. And if we catch that you have multiple accounts with different managers, we will close your account down. Nahuli namin, sorry, diba? But if Axie catches them, they will just ban the account, no questions asked. I don't know what happens when the account gets banned by Axie. As far as I don't know if they email, I don't know. Actually, I don't think they email or anything. Because I see people posting just on the game, it just says you cannot use these Axies because they are in violation of something like that. You can't use. And every single person who got banned, and the other manager says this, every single one, they all swear wala silang ginawa.
Pero linawin natin, it's not na banned yung Pinoy players from the game.
That's different. That's what you're asking. That was different. So that was banning accounts. There were 2 things. One was the Pinoys were banned from the server. There was Pinoys were this blew up as far as I know. The most in the Philippines for now. The Philippines is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, market for Axie. So because yung mga nasa probinsya, like the whole family, cousins, lola, lolo, etc., they're all playing. So it just spread, like there's whole communities, buong barangay naglalaro. So it just spread so fast. But now, agawan sila. But and you know how sometimes, especially maybe if they're isip bata, they're young, they troll a lot. They just nagmumura, so they were flooding the Discord server, the official Discord server of Axie Infinity. And even our server, so many times we had to ban people because they would post a scholarship. They would post everywhere. They would post 20 times everywhere, thinking that we would see it and we'd be like, oh, sige, ikaw na lang. No, if you're makulit like that, if you're a troll like that, you're actually not going to get it, which I don't understand why they don't think that. So they did that on the other server, on the main server, as in they were posting nonstop. So it ruins the server because you can't read anything. It's just Pascolar. It's it becomes a bad community. So they closed the Philippine channel. They muted it for a while. And Filipinos, what they did, they jumped onto other channels. They jumped on one of the big ones, I think, was Indonesia at first. They jumped on Indonesia, and then they were trolling. So they were saying bad words to Indonesians. They were, so it was just, I don't know. But there is not just Filipinos naman, any country naman, there's a certain trolling level for the immature ones online. So it just so happened the Philippines has the biggest community and talagang nag-aagawan, so they're very passionate about it. But unfortunately, sometimes medyo negative yung nangyayari.
So how's that? Nabalik na ba? Or pwede na ulit yung...
Supposedly, nabalik na. As far as I know. Supposedly, nabalik na. After a few days, it cooled down. And then the news went out na ban. So maybe nahiya mga tao. But as far as I know, binalik na.
We're asking some hard questions kasi Vince can answer all of these. So our second question would be, maraming nagsasabing scam ang Axie because of the earnings potential and how it's talagang kumbaga blowing up right now, trending right now. Totoo ba yun?
I actually don't know anyone who says it's a scam. Well, I guess because I'm in the industry and everyone who I'm playing with has earned. In fact, when I started my scholarship, I gave it first to friends before I hired because I wanted to see them cash out. Both of them, after a month and a half, maybe, both of them cashed out 40K. So that's when I was like, okay, it's legit. I can get real scholars. Because I didn't want to get other scholars na hindi ko kilala. I didn't know. And then may mali sa process, and then they don't get the money, especially if they're relying on it. So I tried with my friends muna and they cashed out. So it's real. I guess it's for people who don't understand both crypto and the stock market.
Yeah.
Because there is a chance that crypto or the stock market could crash and the SLP will be worth zero.
Right.
There is a chance for that. And your investment of 1,000 per Axie USD, mawawala. Or as a scholar, if you played all month, yan yung main trabaho mo, tapos bigla at the end of month, for whatever reason, the stock market crashes, then they might not earn as much or at all.
Right.
But it's really just the same as the stock market and as crypto. Crypto is not a scam, the stock market is not a scam. But there are bad cryptocurrencies, there are bad stocks. So, and there are bad months in the market. So it really just depends. But it's not, I don't know what they mean by scam. People have made money, like real money. So, yeah, but there is that risk. I think right now it's a small risk. Yeah.
Right.
It's an economy, yes.
An economy. Ang galing.
Okay.
So you have to understand crypto before you come into
not so much. You don't need to fully understand it as a scholar. As a scholar, eventually, once you're going to cash out, you do need to create. I don't recommend this to my scholars in the beginning, but when after a month they're playing the game, okay lang, and then they're gonna cash out. That's when they have to create Binance or Coins.ph. I think those are these are the exchanges, the websites where they can trade in or sell their crypto, which is the SLP, for real money. So, but I recommend that when they're gonna cash out. Now, it's not easy, but it's not that difficult din naman.
Right. Okay, question number 3. Paano mo poprotektahan ang scholars from exploitation naman? May mga na-exploit bang scholars? How is that?
I'm off the top of my head, I can't think of scholar exploitation long term. But short term, there are bogus managers na hindi naman manager. I see the fake text messages that people share, and it's like, oh yeah, sige, we'll get you as a scholar, but kailangan may down payment. You need to give us money more. GCash money to us first. That is a scam. Do not send them money. So that one I've seen, and then I've seen, unfortunately, for women, there are managers asking them for sexy pictures or sexy. So those ones are the bad ones. So if it's a legit scholarship, they will not ask for money. Anything in life, they should not ask you for nudes. Unless you're dating them, it's Tinder, that's different. But for work-wise, they should not ask for nudes or anything sexual like that. Those are the ones I've seen. Long-term, I'm not sure. I haven't heard of any exploitations. I haven't heard of any managers suddenly saying, "Oh, I won't give you your."
Right.
Yes, I haven't heard of long-term issues.
Right. Very important din yung dalawang ano na yun. You don't send money and you don't send nude pics. You want to ask the last question, partner, for the fourth question?
Ito, may isa pang issue. Yung diferensya ng bots at saka ng scholars. Yeah.
We have a TikTok news bit showing a bot farm, sort of.
Ooh.
As far as I'm not techie. I don't know if there are bots that automatically play the accounts. But sometimes it's also called a bot farm, even though it's people. But I have 10 cell phones in front of me and I'm just playing all of them. So those are the ones that ruin the economy, because now these aren't real players. They're just farming for money. They don't really play. So it kind of ruins the economy. Na they're getting so much SLP. It might drive the price of SLPs down. That's how stocks and work. Axies get more expensive because now they're buying all these Axies. So nauubusan ng Axies sa market, running out of Axies in the market because this farm is playing 100 accounts at 100 times 300 because 3 Axies per account. So that's why that's not allowed.
Okay.
So if you get caught, and if you guys show the video, there was supposedly news about that 84 bot farm that was banned, 84 accounts banned. So is it worth it? Imagine 84 times, kahit sabihin natin $500 each, times 3. I mean, that's a lot of money.
Mahuhuli ka rin ni Axie tapos ibaba.
Mahuhuli ka din eventually. People don't know how, because if they announce how they're caught, then people are just gonna find ways around that, diba?
That's right.
But they also put out note saying that it's gonna be a hard cat and mouse chase. It's gonna evolve because these scammers are gonna come up with new ways. But they said they're ready for the challenge to keep finding those new ways on how scammers are scamming and to ban them. So it's really expensive to get an account if you're gonna risk that. Kayo bahala.
Lang, correct.
Alright.
Okay, tips for scholars before we end.
Wag kayo makulit. Send one note, and be supportive of the channel. Do follow. Oh, this is Lemon, by the way, my other. And Lolita.
Hi!
Cats do you have? That's so cute.
I rescue cats, so yeah, I'm a cat. But tips is, please do follow us. If you do want more tips, we do release videos. Our community is very friendly. They give advice. So please, facebook.com/WIM Plays. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. But Facebook is our main for the streaming. And then we have links to our Discord there, so you can talk to our community and ask further questions there.
Awesome. We'll put all those links down below. Vince, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Vince, for your time.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Vince, maraming salamat for joining us. Grabe, it's such awesome insights, lalo na from someone who really plays Axie Infinity. Tapos talagang nagkaroon siya ng opportunity to get scholars as well and lend out yung Axies nila. Alam mo, isa sa mga talagang nakita ko dito, while it is a game and while there's an economy around it, may rules din, no, partner? May mga kailangan ka ring sundin, lalo na kung gusto mo maging scholar at seryoso ka dito sa scholarship na ganito. Kasi may revenue share ang lalaki. 50-50, 60-40, 70-30 in favor of the scholar. So kung seryoso kang to come into this and through this route, kasi pwedeng ikaw naman yung nagpapa-scholar, pero through this route na ikaw yung magiging scholar, may mga kailangan ka ring sundin na rules. And ang galing lang ng system partner. May bantay din talaga, may big brother. May big brother.
May managers. Yan.
Oo, kasi grabe naman, alam mo, iba rin talaga once you go entrepreneurial. Ang dami rin kasing either scammer, mga nang-abuso, we talked about.
Nagsasamantala, ganyan.
Exploit, ayan. And we appreciate talaga na si Vince, took the time to even answer some of our hard questions. Pero, very important, there are rules. Huwag tayong mang-abuso, and let's keep the game clean and fun, diba? And while you're having fun, you're earning money. Yun yung magandang balanse sana.
At saka ito, partner, di ba, ang common concern nating mga Pilipino lagi sa anumang pagkakakitaan or may perang involved yan. Ito, sinasabi sa atin ni Vince kanina, ito legit ito dahil unang-una, hindi sila manghihingi ng pera at pangalawa, hindi sila nag-exploit. Like yung ibang na-encounter natin na humihingi ng nude pictures, ganyan. So walang ganon. So kapag kayo po ay naghahanap ng possible na magbibigay sa inyo ng scholarship, ganyan po hindi man si Vince or iba na, ayan, be wary of these things para hindi po tayo na-abuse. So, diba?
And then apparently each manager has different sets of qualifications kung paano kayo maging scholar. So we gave you some here. But visit WIM Plays. We'll put the link down below. But also if you're scouting for a manager, be mindful na meron din silang sarili-sarili nilang mga diskarte kung paano pumili ng kanilang mga scholar. Kasi gusto din naman na maaalagaan ng mga scholar nila. Yung number one, yung mga axes nila. Diba? And second, yung ganda ng game. Yung hindi rin diba? Actually, dun sa video na pinakita namin kanina, imagine niyo yung daming mga cellphone, laro.
Oo.
Ginawa ng minahan. Ginawa ng minahan ng SLP ang bawat cellphone. That's, if you go back to our episode with Kuku Crypto, ayan, isa rin naman sa mga mga nakausap namin dito, he was saying, just have fun sa game. It's a game. So you have to really love the game or like it, diba?
Enjoy it, ganyan.
Enjoy it, oo. And you see, even si Vince na nag-spin off eventually, he's been into gaming for the longest time. Nandun talaga yung passion. So kung gusto mo maging scholar, you have to also like the game. Hindi pwedeng papasok ka lang doon para sa pera o biglang mimina ka na ng SLP. Maraming naglalaro dito dahil gusto nila.
At the end of the day, it's still a game that is meant to be enjoyed, di ba?
Oo. Kumbaga, it's a game na, people are finding yung sweet spot na yun na you earn with something you love. So let's keep that kind of economy, di ba? Kung gusto mo maging scholar, sana ganun din. Gusto mo gusto mong, you want to have fun with it and then you earn from it as well. Huwag natin siyang gawing minahan or wallet.
Gatasan, ganyan.
Gatasan.
Ayan, mga ka-Asenso, we really appreciate your support sa amin. Sobrang happy namin dahil ilang buwan pa lang kami. Kita nyo, ang dami na nating ang lumalaki na ang ating community. So if you want to ask questions, may gusto kayo ipadiscuss sa amin, open na open ang aming Facebook page. Ihanapin nyo lang po dyan ang Ka-Asenso with Gerard and Mitch. Gerard po ha, hindi Gerald. Gerard. Hanapin nyo po dyan. Sasagot po kami sa inyong mga katanungan. At magkita-kita po ulit tayo sa susunod na linggo. Ito po ang Ka-Asenso with Gerard and Mitch. Ako po si Gerard de la Peña.
Gagawa na ata tayo ng playlist ng Axie Infinity sa YouTube. Sa dami naman nagtatanong. Pero yon, we value your feedback and thank you so much for the support up until now and moving forward. Ako po si Michelle Orosa-Ople. Magkita-kita po tayo muli next Saturday.